Okay, here are some more common mistakes that my students have made in the last few weeks. Number one, they decided to make the party at Vidianka. Yeah, and this is just a place in the city. And we don't say to make a party. We say to have a party or to throw a party. So they're the two collocations I want you to remember. To have a party, but also to throw a party. Yeah, both of those are correct. And so we're going to just change this. We'll change it to have, but you can use, they decided to throw a party at Vidianka. Yeah, but they decided to have the party at Vidianka. Okay, number two, if there will be any problems, I will let you know. Now this is first conditional, and I think I've told you lots and lots of times that in conditionals, you shouldn't say if I will. It's always wrong. You shouldn't really say if I would either. It's always wrong in a conditional. Although I must admit that when I'm reading English literature, I do sometimes see that. I must admit I do. But I still advise you not to use either of those two, because to me they really make you sound like you are mistaken. And so not if there will be any problems, if there are any problems. And it's not actually only if that you have to remember this for. It should be if there are any problems. It's also other subordinating conjunctions like when. When I am 65, not when I will be. When I am 65, I will retire. So it's not just if, it's also when, as soon as. I can write a few of them down at the bottom here. When is subordinating conjunctions that refer to the future. When, as soon as, before, after. Yeah, all of these, you use present tense after these, even though they refer to the future. So they're the main ones perhaps, but when you're referring to the future, when I am 65, I will retire. As soon as they see the results of your test, yeah, the doctors, as soon as they see the results of your test, they will call you. Yeah, so even though it refers to the future, we don't use will after those subordinating conjunctions in the subordinate clause. In the main clause we do. When I am 65, I will retire. So we do use will in one clause, but not in the subordinate clause. Okay, number three, we had an identic problem, an identical problem. Be careful with your adjectives, and it's the same mistake in the next one. Yeah, identical we say, like biological, chemical, physical, identical, but identity is the noun. And here we went to a touristic resort. There is no word touristic, communistic. What was the other one that we had? They're quite often, I hear students put an ick at the end of a word when we just say a tourist resort. We say a tourist trap as well. Yeah, this place is a tourist trap. And so we use tourist as an adjective quite often when it's before a noun, a tourist resort, not a touristic resort. So very similar mistake there, where there's a mistake about the adjective, the adjectival suffix. Anyway, yeah, tourist resort, identical problem. Okay, number four. The student said, did you hear the news? Now, news is important right now. Yeah, that's why we call news current affairs. Yeah, quite often we call news current affairs, and current means now. Yeah, things happening now. And that's why we wouldn't use past simple for that. We wouldn't use that. We'd use present perfect, because present perfect we use when something in the past happened, but it has a result now. It has an important result now.